Hi guys, this is John Docherty, the Forex Fire, part of the Ninja Forex Traders group where we learn together, trade together, and we win together. And again, tonight we are going to add a little bit of value, and we're going to be looking at the Monday candle setup, which is a strategy that I tend to use. I'll just move that camera there, guys, so you can see my full head there. So yeah, tonight we're going to show you the Monday candles and the setup, and we've done it as a stabilizer effect. So if you want to see that video, you just need to scroll a little bit further down on my timeline. If you've seen this on YouTube, you can see that under the title of Learning to Trade Forex Monday Candles with Stabilizers. Okay, tonight we're going to take it that little bit further, and we're going to go over two boxes. Okay, so again, I trained your brain to sort of look to identify areas, breakout trigger points, and sort of support and resistance. Tonight we're going to mix it up a bit and go that little step further and go with two boxes. Okay, so again, if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description you'll see a link to the group that I have, a little side group which will get you inside of the Forex Fire Sparks members. From there, if you want to take it that little step further and become part of the Ninja group, the Ninja Forex Traders, we actually have a Ninja Traders Forex Lite, where this coming week we are releasing a launch where you can actually use the tools alongside us, and we trade over 30 hours a week live. That's the difference with this group, guys. We do it live in front of your face. You can come along for the journey, along for the ride, and do this for 7 days. So it's not a case of this is the stuff, get on with it. We'll actually show you step by step how to trade, and you can do it with us live. Okay, guys? A lot of places will not offer that sort of style of trading. Sorry about that. Right, so here we go. Let's head over to the chart. And what we're going to look at today is the Great British Pound, Japanese yen. And as always, what I'm going to do is break this down slowly, okay? Because that's what I believe in. I'm a firm believer in, if you be repetitive, you do things in bite size, you do things in chunks, people will sort of learn take this very well. And I know for a fact, if someone's watching this right now that has watched my other videos, if you can please drop a comment below just to let people know how this is helping you identify these sort of this sort of structure, and how it's helping you with your trading as well. Let's get some engagement going tonight as well, guys. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is my chart. We always draw these up on the 1 hour chart, okay, because we're going to be breaking this down into sessions. And again, head and shoulder patterns will happen all over the charts. However, I'm going to show you how to do it from an aspect of a zonal aspect. Okay, we're going to identify a low, we are going to identify a high, and we are going to identify a start of a trading week. Okay, so if we can trap, a bit like price trapping, but you are pattern trapping. Okay, so if we can trap that particular pattern within the high and low of a session week, combined with a session on a Monday, you can be profitable with this, guys. Yes, you may have to wait over time to have certain areas hit, but in the long run, you will be able to identify, one, the structure, two, the pattern, and three, you can get in on trades a lot easier using this sort of method. So tonight it's a two box effect. So we're going from a beginner to a little bit into the easy stage. So beginner to the easy stage. So first of all, guys, you need to go to the indicators. Make sure you're on the 1 hour chart. From there, you just need to type in, and again, we'll go through the whole lot of this. Monday candle, okay. Let's have a look at this. Do apologize. Indicators, search, buildings, public library. So Monday candles buy or bear. Click the star, put it in your favorites, and then highlight it. Okay, I already have it on here. We're just going to highlight this with an eye. You will see my candles have now turned green. Okay, guys. Now, I'm trying to make my chart as clean and as crisp as I can. So what we do, guys, is right-click, settings, appearance, session breaks. Now, what that does is this breaks everything down. So this will be your Monday, hence the Monday candles. Okay. We then go into the Tuesday. We then go into, you guessed it, Wednesday, we then go into Thursday. We then go into a Friday. Your markets will close, okay? Your markets close over the weekend, and then we go back into a brand new session beginning a Monday. Okay, guys, so let's just head back to the chart again. As you can see, Monday, we've got them identified. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, back to the Monday, okay? So what we'll do is we'll just get rid of all of that. What we have here, so we're going to do a two-box effect. So what you do is you just get to this here. From the trend line, you want horizontal rear. You are looking at the end of a session, okay? Put the horizontal crosshair so that it's on the very highest point. Scroll back to you, go to the beginning of this session, okay? And then from there, just get the magnet off, it might help. There we have it there. We'll leave that pink. We'll leave that pink. And then you are going to do a low, okay? Bang. Now from there, we make a square box on the brush, square box. Top to bottom, okay guys, and then from there, just to be a little bit more visual, let's see what sort of market range we have to play. 80 pips, 80 pips, just so when we get a breakout, we know when it comes back in the zone, we know what we have to play with. Go back a box. This is where we're going to add a new box. We're going to make this one black. So again, highest point, bang it on there. Lowest point, bang it on there. Make your box, make sure it's black or grey. From there down to there. And again, let's be visual. What have we got to play with when we're in this market? 73 pips. Go on here. 73 pips. Okay, guys. So that's it. That's as easy as it's going to be for this week, for this video. And from there, what we're going to do, we need to identify a few rules. Okay. Now, what we need to do is when you've got a low, let's go back on here. When you've got the low and the high on that left-hand box, okay, and we're going to make this again an easy version. We're not going to go if it gets lower and lower. You've got the low, you've got the high. We've got it sectioned off across that session, okay? And then you've got the colored box, which is Monday, okay? You need to identify where the candles are peeping out. Are they peeping out above, or are they sneaking underneath the fence and taking a look, okay? Let's just take a look. And we'll identify this from this aspect. We've got them peeking. So we've got them peeking underneath the fence, okay, guys? So what we'll do is, let's just be visual. That's your pattern there. And what we're looking for, there is two different types of patterns before we go any further on a head and shoulder. Again, let's get this free tool out. You've got the regular, okay, you've got the A, B, C. So you've got A, market move, B, correction, C is the impulse. So the impulse, if it breaks the structure of the A move, you then create a head, okay? Comes back down. In this instance, we need it to retest certain areas. It has to retest a certain area to trigger point. This is called the stabilizer effect, okay, guys? You then get the push back up, opposite side, and then on a regular head and shoulder, you would sell. And if it was the inverted, you know the score. It's just basically the opposite, okay? Just put this down. So what you're doing is, let's just get that trend line from here to here. Let's put this to here. Well, once this comes up and it forms this sort of motion, you are going to sell RS on a regular, okay? And then from this aspect, when it comes back down to retest that, you're going to buy the RS. Okay, guys, and we'll go into this a little bit more detail in a moment. So first of all, you look where the high and low, where did we break out? We've got a peeking out. So then you look at the tools, okay, the drops, you're peeking underneath the fence. Okay, so we've identified the head in this instance. Okay, guys, your left shoulder in this instance, this here will always be within the colored box. So because you've identified the breakout was on the bottom, you know that this left shoulder here is always going to be pointing to the bottom as well. Okay, so what we've done is, this is number one. Okay, you've then got number two. You've identified the head, and again we'll put these on here. That's number one. There's your number two. Right, guys, so what happens when you get number one and number two? You are waiting. Let's get the magic wand out. Let's get Docherty's magic wand. Forex fires my wand. So once you've got the breakout, okay, and it comes back in, you've identified a head. So basically it's created a low in this instance, okay? You've then identified the breakout of this structure. It's peaked below. So this means this is a left shoulder creating number one, okay? You've got the breaker structure on the lower side, okay? This has created number two. Now to get number three, which is the retracement back in, you always need these to trigger these areas. I mustn't stress this enough. Head and shoulders does not always have to be equal, but when you're learning the process this way, this is what I've drummed down to a stabilizer effect. It's training your eye, okay? So you want the 100% retracement, the opposite side of your head is your neck, okay? You got that right here, okay? So this is number three. Okay, guys, that's your neckline. So again, let's just clone that. That's identified number three. Now this is where you get excited, right? This is where you get the buzz. Once you get the breakout and then the retrace to the neckline, you need to get excited because all you are needing is the opposite side to come down, okay? You've got the 100% retracement from where we peaked out, which is going to create your neck. You then need that tested area of the first structure, which is the left shoulder. When it comes down to retest that, in this instance, because we're peaking underneath the fence, it's going to come up to the neckline, it's going to come back down. When it retests that right shoulder, you're then going to go in for the buy. Okay, so let's just share the screen. Let's have a look. And again, I'm going to show you winners as well as losers, okay? So we've come down and we've retested this area. In this instance, you would have lost. You would have lost this because I always work on a 40 pip stop loss. This here has went to around about 60, 70 pips, okay? So that would have stopped us out, okay? However, what we've got now, let's just take a look. What we've got now is we've got a breaker structure here. And again, this is just to be visual. You've got the next breaker structure, which is there. So you've got your number 1 and 2 identified straight off. This is the regular one. So this one is your number 1. And that's your number 2. We are obviously waiting for the retest to come back in to this area. Okay, waiting for the retest to come back in on this area for us to get in on the trade. And then from there, you've got your neckline. So you're waiting for the neckline at the moment. Put number 3. We'll put number 3, question mark, waiting. Okay. So that's a chart marked up there. Let's have a look at another one. See if we can find any more. Something where we know we've got a little bit of movement as well. Euro NZD. That was something else. I was looking at Euro GPY. Let's get my head out of the way. Or GPY. Right. We've come in. There we are. Sort of. I'll just get rid of this. Again, I'm just going to quickly draw this because I want to try and show you something that's activated, to be fair, as well. Horizontal rear. And I'm just doing this for quickness. There's a big movement in this. Right, so we haven't got the move on that. Again, we haven't got the movement on that one. Let's see where we are. And again, guys, as you can see, I do this on the fly. I'm not making these up, even though it's pre-recorded. I'm getting this on the test and on the fly. Right, so here we go. Right, so let's take a look from there. Right, so this may be a good one, to be fair. Right. This will be a perfect example. Right, so what we're doing is we are looking from a two-box aspect. Again, guys, let's do it from the beginning. Session breaks. We're going to go to the high. Session break. Box that off, high and low. Okay. Go to a rectangle. Scroll that in. Let's just be visual again. Only a 56 pip. Nothing wrong with writing that down. 56 pips. Give it spelled right, John. And again, if you're seeing value in these videos, guys, please just comment below and let us know where you're from. If you want to learn any more about Forex, again, let me know. I can always get involved and help you along the way. Again, I'm not a professional trader, but at the same time, I've been trading for over 3 years, and I've got a good following with Forex where we help each other, to be fair, in a community. So we go on the bottom bit to make this pink. And the top bit. And what we're going to do is we're just going to make this, leave this as a grey box as well, to be fair, okay? From there, 70 pips. Right, guys, so first rule, we are looking for the breakout. We've got the structure, the high and low, and the box as the Monday, okay? This time we are peeking over the fence. You've got the candles taking a peek over the fence to see what's on the other side, okay? So as we do that, and I'm a massive believer, this really does make identifying head and shoulders really easy, guys. So because you've got that there, you are obviously got your free tools again. Let's get those free tools in so it's visual and it helps you. There's two areas that you're looking for. Okay. That's your regular. As you get that, again, let's take a look. Sell RS. And then you've got the inverted. We might go into a 3-box system, to be fair. Go out in there. And again, you're going to buy the RS. So you're going to identify where we are in the market. We've got here, we've got the peak above. So again, you've got number 1. Okay. You've then got number 2 because you've had the peak above. Okay. So from there, you look at the tool. Where did we peak above? We've got to tell you the peak above is this one here. Number 1. You've got your head. And then you've got your number 2. Okay. Let's get the magic wand out. After you get number 1 and number 2, you need to retrace all the way back down. We've got that here. Okay. So that's give us again number 3, which is your neckline. Let's get that cloned. There's your number 3. Again, we are waiting for the push back up for number 4. And just to be visual, guys, you can mark as many of these up as you wish. Okay. Number 4. Waiting. Now I'm going to show you a little technique you can use. Okay. If you go onto here, if you go onto where we are, click on there, add an alert. Okay. You can put on here, sell for 40 pips. Okay, 1 for 1, sell for 40 pips. So when this comes up, I've got an alert. As you can see, we have the alert here. From here, we haven't had a break of structure. Let's add another box in here, guys. Let's just see where we are. Let's get rid of that. I did say this was going to be a 2 box, but we're going to make it a 3 box tonight. Horizontal here. Got it there. Got it there. Again, we'll make that orange. Orange. Okay, that's a black box. Let's be visual. Not much moving this, 30 pips. So now we're going to work from this stabilizer, okay? So again, where did we get the breakout? Let's just bring this down to here. Where did we get the breakout? Well, of course, we got the breakout here. So let's just be visual. So that's give us 1 and 2 straight away. Okay, so again, number 1. Number 2, okay. From there, we need the 100% retracement. Okay, guys, it's come up, it's come down. 100% retracement, we got it there. This has given us number 3. Now you get really excited. You're going to get excited because the 4th one, you need 100% retracement of this area here, okay? And it's come down. That's where you got the touch on the neck. It's come up to here. Let's see how many pips, if we would have been in the trade. About 14 pips of drawdown, okay? But it's given you, in this market, it's given you 60 pips, okay? So that there would have been a successful trade. Now, I think the way to sort of trade these is possibly, from my opinion, when you first start off, start with a 1 box system, okay? And then if you've got nothing on that week, go to the next Monday of candles behind, okay? Start a box system of that, go to the next box behind. And there's really no rule how far you can go back with this. Again, I'll just show you what I mean. I'm thinking of trying to do this another way. So that's a successful trade, okay? There could have been, again, a short position held there. And you could have wrote that down. Again, I only say around 40 pips or so, to be fair. So your ticks, 400 will be 40 pips. Because this is just a little scan, I would have just possibly gone for a 30 pip stop loss, to be fair. So on here, that would have been a 1 to 1.33 successful trade in and out. Okay, guys. So again, let's have a look at something else just to see if I can work this along for you, just to see if you can understand this a bit more. Right. Right. So I think we'll work on this preference. We'll see what was the outcome on this. Okay. So again, guys, we cancel everything off and we'll start from a 1 box system. From the top and bottom, and we'll not put any pippage in these ones, okay? So that's your first box. For this week, obviously there's been no breakout, we're still within the zone, okay, guys? So let's go back to the next box, and then we'll work from here to see if there's been any sort of play or difference. We'll make this one blue. Okay, so again, let's just grey that out. And again, you can color these boxes. Let's identify these areas, right? Because we've had a breakout. There's your head. Because you've peaked out on the top, okay? Because you've peaked out on the top, you can create your left shoulder as well. Let's get the magic wand out into play once we get the first 2. Okay, once you get the copy of the first 2, you have the breakout here. It's had the retest as well, okay? So you've had number 1. You've had number 2. You're getting excited now because this has come back into play. You've got number 3. And you can mark your charts up all day like this. It's so easy, so easy. Now, what you're waiting for is the retest of this area, okay? You need number 4. It could happen at any time, not straight away. It could happen a week later. And you can put waiting, okay, guys? Set your alarm. And in this instance, you're going to sell for 40 pips. 1-to-1 ratio, okay? Sell for 40 pips, your alarm, okay? Now, when you set these up, you can see, right, I'm waiting. So I've got this as an amber, okay? An amber. So when you're looking at your chart, you can come back on, you can go, right, let's just take a look where I'm at. So far in the charts where the candle's right, so it's not quite ready. I hope that bit makes sense. From there, guys, let's go back another session. In fact, what we'll do, yes, in fact, yeah. Horizontal here, you've got your top. You've got your bottom here. Let's get your box. Again, you've had your breakout on the top, so you can identify that. There's your head. Again, this is a regular head and shoulder. There's 1 and 2. We haven't come back in to test anywhere near the neckline at the moment. So again, just to be visual, number 1. Number 2, just move over to your next box. And I would only advise to go up 4, maybe 5 at the most, to be honest. Again, we'll go to the top. Let's make this one pink. To the bottom. Let's get the box in. Again, let's see where the breakout happened. It's peaked on the bottom. So let's just get the triangle in there. Okay, and again, we're on the inverted. So again, let's just mark this up as well, number 1. Number 2. So we had the peak, so you got number 1, the heads, number 2, you've got the retest, number 3. Okay, guys, there's number 3. So you get yourself excited. We are waiting for the retest of this pink line, and we haven't quite got it. So again, we might get the push down on here. Again, set your alarm. And then from there, you're just seeing buy for 40 pips. And you can just keep doing this and going back and going back and going back. Okay, guys. So again, this has been a little bit of a, from a beginner to an easy to a little bit of an intermediate sort of session tonight. Again, I try not to make these too long. Follow back, rewind the videos, pause the videos, practice with the chart yourself. If you feel you need to reach out to me, you can do. Just simply go to the description below. Okay, go to the description below and click yourself, get yourself into my group and tell me what you're struggling with. And if I can help you with anything, I'll do my best. I'll even get on a one-on-one if needs be, and we can have a little bit of a chat. Okay, guys? So tonight, that's been me, Forex Fire, part of the Ninja Forex Traders, giving that little bit more value on my aspect on how to train your eye to look for a head and shoulder pattern using a stabilizer effect, guys. Okay. So again, we've got a couple of setups there within the trades. We may revisit these through this week just to see how we're going. Again, I'll put notes in the description on which pairs we've drawn up there, and then we'll have a look at a revisit, possibly either tomorrow being Thursday or Friday at the end of the week, guys. Okay, guys. So again, thank you for everybody that watches my content, comments, likes, and shares. Drop the love, hashtag ForexFire. If you've seen this for the first time and you want to get involved with this community right now, we are launching something on the 1st of August where you guys can come along for the journey with us as part of a community. We have got a big, strong community hub of around about 500 or 600 people where we trade together over 30 hours per week, I do believe it is. And from there, you are actually going to get to use the exclusive tools that we use. Okay, guys? So again, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. And as always, please, let's have some engagement, comment, like, share, and let me know what you think of the videos I'm doing. Thank you very much, guys.